This is footage of a planned scout for the Riverway Campground located at William O'Brien State Park in a city called Marine on the St. Croix in Minnesota. Now, given it was St. Patrick's Day, I thought this would be a festive location to perform a scout. Now, I have camped at this location twice, and I have scouted this location a couple times. One of those scouts was actually the Riverway Campground in about 2022, I believe, but I didn't hold on to the footage. There were no spots there that I was really fond of. And here's a look at the ranger station. There's a good chance that they're looking at me right now too as I film that. So this is the intersection where if you turn left you will head towards the Riverway Campground. And as you can see, unfortunately, it is still under construction. There is road closed signs. It says this is a construction area. PPE or personal protective equipment is required. So this was the first red flag. And it's at this point here where I'm driving around the parking lot. I'm trying to determine whether or not I should take a risk, given that I've driven this far. It's about an hour drive. And here's a better look at some of the signage. And it's here where I'm kind of saying to myself, let's make the choice to not do this particular scout. But let's pivot and let's go scout the other campground, the Savanna campground. So now we're going to go ahead and head over there. And it's a short distance from this intersection. Now the Savanna campground, the entire campground isn't open during the winter, only the first portion of it. So as we approach the campground and we park, you will see the road closed barricade that will prevent you from entering the rest of the campground. Up to the left there you see it, and then right here is where I'm going to park the visitor parking. And I already kind of know the layout of this campground, so I was preparing to do an extensive scout of the campground, and surprisingly there's a lot of people here. But within seconds of me pulling up, the park ranger arrives. You'll see him pulling up here in a second. Now, immediately when I saw that, my instincts were saying, he's watching you, he's interested in you, he's curious. I have spiked some curiosity in some park rangers this year in 2025 already. And this just felt like the same thing as before. Now, he parks right next to me, and I didn't turn to look at him, but I'm certain that if I did, he would have been looking at me, and he would have wanted to read my facial expressions. So he gets out of his vehicle after about 30 seconds, and you can see immediately he's focused on me. He's definitely interested. He might not necessarily want me to know that he's interested. It's possible, but he's acting nonchalant. Now he's going about his business, but it's here. It's here where he triggers a non-verbal gesture. He's blocking the right side of his head, which is where I'm located. He's not worried about his right side. He's not thinking about his right side or what's on his right side, which is me. That was the red flag. I knew he was interested. I knew there was a good chance he was going to haggle me if I scouted this campground without having an official reservation. And then here this leaf magically blows in. I just put it in slow-mo for a second here so we can enjoy it. And I'm pretty sure that that's more than likely when I had the idea to leave this park and go and scout the campground at Wild River State Park, the main campground, and the cabins. And that's exactly what I did. So it's just kind of cool where even though it might seem like what you planned isn't working, as long as you're flexible and malleable, specifically with camping, you can always make something happen for the most part. But it's good to know when to say you shouldn't do something. But when I go scout Wild River, I have a pretty magical time there. So it's almost like it's meant to be. So, thanks for your time.